Updates are done. Sorry, we're getting started a little bit late. Hold on. There we go. So we're working on VoD. And it would be nice to squeeze out one more line. If we could. We don't have a lot of it. We're gonna have to squeeze out quite a bit of space because we've got to do his immunities, resistances, and weaknesses. I don't think we give him the traditional vampire weaknesses. He functions a little differently from them, I think, overall. I need the building creatures rule. It will just dive off into fixing up the rainy. Still 23. Nine. Dex of 11. On of 8. Intelligence of pretty low intelligence. Like, it's high. It's higher than most people. Maybe that. Since it's one word. that backwards. And filters. Sources. Steering. Anything there? No. Bestiary 2. Alright, we got plenty of life sense in Bestiary 2. So let's do beat. For that, yes. We'll go with the cultism. see. Oh, we're good. Oh. Minus 5. Need anything else? Doesn't really dabble in much of social anything. Got still. I think that's probably all he needs. We should throw in religion. We've already got the extra line anyway. Okey-dokey. No, we'll move on to his defenses. Let's figure out his hit points first. They're maybe the most mutable, but they're also the easiest things to calculate based off of statistics. So 25 times 8 plus 8, 16. 400 plus 10. Puts us at 410. Let's compare to other vampires. He's a special vampire, but still. Okay. Mastermind is level 9, has 115 and 27 AC. 9. 115 is firmly in low. And has 23 AC, which is, or 27 AC. Okay, I was like, 27, which is moderate. That's a mastermind, though. They're a spellcaster. He's not a spellcaster. So, you can be upturned from that. You can look at the Guardian, which is from an adventure path, so we must treat it with a little bit of a grain of salt, but one level higher. Level 10 has an AC of 29, a max save of 21, and 132 HP. So 29 is still moderate. 21 is between mod and high for its max save. And it has hit points that are still in low, even though this is very much a more of a defensive creature. So there is a lean towards the low end of things. $23, 410 is firmly in between moderate and low. He's a legendary creature in effect, so I think it's fine. So we'll give him 410. It's not unusual to have low hit points on creatures with regeneration. In fact, we might dock him even more HP just for that. Let's take 50 off. 360. Regeneration. I would just only stop by late vulnerability. Generation. I will say 20, but I can adjust that. Activated by light vulnerability. making light the only way to kill him, but areas of bright light suffice, so you just got to get that past the amulet. Counter. Mind me, counteract. Right. Interacting. Critically succeed. Counteract. Interacting. Counteract. Check. So, right. 10. Oh no, you can do rank 13. And 12. This is 23, so 21 would be 11, 23 would be 12. So yeah, rank 12. Rank 12 BC. Items. Loading. There we go. Load. A. Three. 1, 2, 1, 3, 2. Okay. Yeah. Where'd my glasses go? It's 4 plus 3 at that point. So we'll say Gothic Brass. I didn't realize you were also doing the creature's base stats. Did you at some point also do the special abilities or someone else? It depends. So it depends on the creature. I didn't do all of them. Some of them were already fully done and stuff. Oh, why is that all pixely? Oh, it was just processing. So like Doreni was not completed. He had a bulk of his like abilities written out, and I had to go in and I have to go in and finish him because he hadn't done everything, or hadn't had everything done. But a lot of them, especially so far, have had what they need, at least for the most part. They might have been missing a thing or two, but and needed some tune-ups or edits. But for the most part, I think the bulk of them have everything they need. And so it just depends which one from which one. Also, thanks for coming in, Goliath Craft. Where was I? Crap. So like Dorani was incomplete. Had all of his story and such, but not all of his block. Like his block was laid out, it had little question marks, like it does here, where it's not finished. So it kind of depends. This pack isn't the entirety of the Codex. There were some characters that just didn't have a stat block at all, and I didn't put those in because this pack is meant to be sort of the cross section of things we have art for and things we have stat blocks for. And if the stat block was mostly there, or at least even partially there, I can finish it. It probably would have come to me doing that anyway, because I was the one that was doing a lot of editing on mechanics anyhow. So it varies. And of course, there are a couple of characters, NPCs in here that I wrote to begin with. So yeah, I'll have done the entirety of them. But it varies a little. I did some work on Liliana way back when. Some of the still incomplete work. Not on Hunerdell, but on some of the adjustments, like creature template sort of things that are associated with him. Mikhail needs a lot of writing. Sebastian, I think his name was pretty much done already. He'll just be needing to be looked at as editing when I get to him. And then like most of these others past there just need tuning and editing. I think most of them have either already been edited at some point or just need, a final pass, attention given. Hey, Super Cat. Hi, Lai. I don't know what that means, but welcome in, Super Cat. Does that answer your question, Goliath Craft? It's a little muddy and a little mixed of an answer, but I hope it clarifies what I'm doing. Like, so like for Doreni, I'm having to put in a little more than just random gibberish that rhymes with hi. Okay, hi. Hello, how's it going? So yeah, I'm filling in the blanks, so to speak. But I was, at the time I was given this task, I was told, like, don't go and like just find the characters that don't have stat blocks at all and write them. Like, I guess because it would take more time, really. And it was like, even these ones was kind of like up in the air whether or not I should do them, but they're big, they're important characters. We want to get as much out as possible. So I can do this part. Creatures are my jam, and NPCs are just creatures in 2e, more or less. Lurk. All right. Thanks for lurking, Super Cat. My vulnerability, immunities. Yep, Twitch decided to play an ad halfway through your explanation, so I'll have to catch that part on the VoD. Regardless, thank you for your hard work. My session is about to start. No problem, Gothic Craft. Or Goliath Craft, sorry. I keep reading that as Gothic Craft. No problem, Goliath. Take it easy. I hope your session goes well. I do need to remember to VoD these out. I think I've missed the last couple of videos. Oh, hello, bot. Begone, bot. But yeah, more or less, I'm filling in blanks for things that are partially done. That's the gist of it. Gothic Craft does sound like a cool name. Yeah, I thought that's what your tag was when I first looked at it, until I leaned a little closer to the screen and the little letters stopped blurring together. But Goliath Craft is also a cool name, so you should be proud of your name. It's a very good name. We've got high end of low. 20 might be appropriate for such a high level vampire. Even though he doesn't have the normal weaknesses, he has his own very easily accessible weakness, though he does a lot to counteract the easy part of it. Bright light or daylight, he loses his regeneration, his attack can only do void damage, and he takes probably take about a little under half of his HP, probably. So let's do a third of his HP, 120 damage at the start of his turn. When he ends turn in the light. Does that make it too easy to kill him? Getting the light on him is the hard part, because the necklace or the amulet will automatically try to counteract it, and if he's in Day Shall Become Night, they have to succeed to counteract. Let's see. Let us do some calculating. So we've got 20 plus. Let's not assume a legendary caster. Let's assume a master caster, just in case. We will assume that they have probably a +6 to their ability score. So 32, meaning they have to roll a 17 or better. Crank this up to 50. All right. Counteract 50. This darkness. First, needing to succeed a counteract check to do so. Success. Success allows the client to proceed unhindered. Proceed. Proceed unhindered. Does not end. Round. Succeeding allows the effect to release hinders the effect for its full. So the rank isn't as important here because it's a specified effect. We're not actually trying to end and they shall become night. We're trying effectively counteract is just telling you what check to make. A pumped legendary caster should be able to get this on a 16. A unpumped or a master caster should be able to get it on an 18. And then they can keep their light for the full duration on a natural 20. Alright, so that's that. And we're gonna have to peel some stuff off. I'm pushing things off screen or off page. So I'll look through this and see if there's anything I can cut out or shorten ever so slightly. I think I might be able to shorten this by a line. Be able to shrink his artwork just a hair. So you get a little more space there. That looks better. Let's see how much room that may have given us. Did make no difference. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, we can't do it that way unless it's in concert with another shortening. Like right here, we've got a 1-line save potentially. Despite this, however, can just be despite this. It saves us a line. Which does not seem to fully cascade down. It does give us a little wiggle room here. Shorten this some more. Partake. Will be granted great power. Right there. And that gives us a line. That one has actually given us 2 lines here, which is good. It's going to be hard to do any break shortening here because we've got these which have extra spacing on them. So we would have to do something moderately significant to bring them up. But he is long. Second-hand account of the fall of Featherhome. Let's see here. I'm just gonna knock you down right there. Let's see if we can PD face this right here. Just a hair. To get ourselves an extra line. Nope. It's not managed an extra line. But it does look nicer as a single line. Which is good. Could just do away with that. That'll save us a bit of space. He's almost not pushed off the edge. He will be, because we still got to put in his immunities. But and undead have a bunch of those. Let's actually go to a normal one. And one of the things I liked about Monster Core when it came out was that a lot of times it seemed to specify quote unquote the obvious. But these things that were the obvious were always things that some people would complain about because it's best to have the stuff in the block instead of needing to reference other rules if you can manage it. And so that is why I'm going to be adding bleed here. Because despite it perhaps being thematic in some people's minds, of which I agree, that vampires should be susceptible to bleed damage, they're just not, because of the way bleed damage works. Bleed damage only affects living creatures. It's part of its description. So unless you go out of your way to go, these things that are normally immune are susceptible, blah, blah, blah. Like, we might as well just put it in there. Bleed. These poison, sleep, resistances to physical. Oops. Physical. I did not mean to hit caps lock. Physical. Probably a lot. 15 or 20. Let's say 15 for now. Electrical silver is pretty common for vampires, and I am having to make some inferences. Obviously, Dorine is not a traditional vampire, does not have traditional vampiric weaknesses in the way that others do, as a means of expounding his power. And no express weaknesses. I think we'll do light. 20 probably. That way, like if you got an attack with the light trait, like a spell, like a sunburst or whatever it was. Let's see. Show filters and options. Types, categories, spell, traits, light. Just raise our search up there. Okay, so like prismatic spray, prismatic wall, Sunblade. Apparently, that's a spell. I didn't even know that was a spell. Yeah, I think giving him light weakness helps. Like, if you get a light effect through everything, and it's not a persistent one, that's gonna like activate his light vulnerability. You still get a little something extra out of it. So there's actually a decent number of light spells that deal damage. So yeah, I think that's good. So light 20. It's just good luck getting off a light spell around him. It'll automatically counteracted if it's not if it's like not level 10. I'll expand. Takes damage from a light effect. And additional 20 damage and there's area, bright light or daylight. Bright light or daylight. Takes damage from a light back. How'd you end up on the wrong side of things there, buddy? No longer do void damage. Void damage until the end of his next turn. When he begins his turn in such light. Turn in area. Until the his next turn. Begins his turn in an area of such light or an additional 20 damage. A light effect would causes heals damage. Directly to him. 20. Or when he takes loses his regeneration, his attack will only deal void damage. And his attacks will only deal void damage until the end of his next turn. He takes 120 damage when he begins his turn in an area of such light, or an additional 20 damage of void. Light effect deals damage directly to him. Those are building creatures. What's the highest weakness? You should have a 23. 25? We'll do 25. Distinct disadvantage. He's pretty reliant on that thing to keep him alive, because bright light is really easy to make. You can do it with a torch. Like, he's hyper allergic to light. Doesn't even have to be the sun. It can be any bright light. So it seems pretty clear across the board that vampires have moderate AC. You don't have to stick to that here, but it would feel appropriate because, I mean, he's probably gonna hit hard and play a little stealthily. I see 48. So we'll go with that for now. They tended not to have crazy high saves either. Let's see. 15, 18, 20 on 9. Yeah, so we've got a below low, a below moderate, and a moderate plot on a 9th level creature. It is a spellcaster, but they normally have early good will save, and it's only moderate plus. Oh, hello kitty, you scared me. So we need to keep that in mind. What did the Guardian have? You have to take the Guardian again with a bit of a grain of salt because it's in an adventure path, and the oversight on them is usually, I don't want to say lax. It's not necessarily that they don't get oversight so much as they tend to be more specific and can just sort of skim some of the more general details, I guess is a way to put it. It's also a rare creature. But no, it seems to be following basically just the exact same pattern. Look at the count. Count's a much lower level, but we can do more extrapolation off of that. So 24, 11, 14, 17. 24 is a high AC. 11, 14, 17 is low, moderate, high. So it's got a more stable spread. And it is a striker. Or maybe not a striker, but a standard I'm a whack you character. So that's a bit better. Durini is level 23, so his statistics are going to be above average anyway. He has Eclipsing Shield. So he can make his AC crazy. Because he can get +2 or +4 to it, depending. So let's see. +4 would lead to an extreme AC. So yeah, we're going to leave his AC at 48 because he can bring himself to an extreme cap with 2 actions effectively. So we'll leave his AC there. Having a low, medium, high seems plenty acceptable. And he can take cover in his wings, which would not normally grant him cover, but because of this, he's going to get +4 circumstance bonus to AC per specifics, per specifics. I said that real weird. Perf specifics, but due to the way take cover works, he will gain standard cover, which means he'll get +2 to his reflex saves too. We can treat that as a constant boost in terms of his statistics. So, reflex usually is the medium or the moderate for vampires. So, but here we've got it a little higher, so reflex will probably be his highest, and I'll make will his moderate. So normally we'd be looking at high, which would be 40, and he could get 2, pushing it into high 2 extreme territory. So we'll do that. We'll give him 40 reflex. We'll give him 30. Yeah, 37 will. And fortitude it should be like 35. Should either be 35 or 36. I'm going just because of the disparity here. Or it could be 37, but I don't think I want to do that. I want to give him a lower one. He's immune to a lot of fortitude stuff, so we'll go with 35. And that should be a decent spread. It's still a very hard thing to beat. That's a 45 DC to beat. Although let me see. 20 plus, let's say legendary plus, not even gonna cap out, we'll say 4, just a good strength. 32 bonus. Okay. So I have to roll a 13 or better to grapple him, or an 11 or better if they're really, really good at it. Maybe even a 10 in the slimmest of chances. I'm not even accounting for item bonuses. Yeah, we should pump his fort a little bit. We'll give him 37. The reflex can go higher, but requires 2 action investment to do so. We'll put him in the in-between and let him get temporary extreme reflex. Because that comes at a cost of having a 20% mischance on everything. Is it concealed? Yeah. So I think, and then we just make this 39. Or let's see. What is a highly dedicated spellcaster's DC? 10 plus 20 plus 6. Oh, plus 8. 44. You'd have to roll a 5 to fail with that. And a less optimized build be easily 4 points lower, which means he would have to roll a natural 1, and that's his middling save. We'll take that back down to 37. Yeah, we'll do that spread. 2 moderates and a high, with a potential semi-extreme with trade-offs. Dorine is a very strong flyer. He can pick up very big things and then drop them. Should probably be limited to like medium or smaller, but then at the same time, it's less fun if you can just become immune to it by casting in large on the party. Yeah, it's one size larger than you by default for grapple, right? Is considered super strong. I want the ability or the action, not the trait, please. Thank you. No more than one size larger than you. Yeah, we'll just leave that be. We don't need it to say effect. I found the light with counteract modifier. Breaks the triggering creature on it. So let's see. This should be based off of him, not the amulet. Do a spell attack bonus for his level plus 38. And again, we can cross-reference with level 20 plus, or what were we looking at? We're looking at 42, I think, before. 20 plus 6 plus 8. And 44 is the sort of expected DC for a level 20 focused spellcaster. So 38 would be what? Regular damage to source play is subject to a counteract check. Let's bring back counteract again. Counteracting. Failure would knock out anything 9th. He's gonna have let's see. Lower, yeah. With the counteract modifier of plus 38, rank 10. This is a darkness. So he would have to roll 5 or lower on a fairly optimized light effect to fail, and it would have to be level 10, which could just be the light cantrip, which is fair. But this gives him an extra layer of defense. An activity that causes bright light or has light trait. has not been. It's light, right? Well, let's do that. This is a darkness effect and takes place after the mute. Let's correct. No. Right, because I didn't make, because that's automatic. Yeah. Was it plus plus 40 or bonus? Or this is automatic, so it should be 38 actually. Auras get dropped by at least 2. Or automatic shit, usually, anyway. Boop de boop. Okay, so that actually lines up quite well. This is a darkness effect and takes place after the amulet's counteract. Actually, let's do plus 40. This is a darkness effect. On a failure, the amulet, if present. The amulet attempts to attract the light. Normally, this is the darkness effect. Trigger as light trait, and we'll add a requirement. Requirements. Do, re, ni as the is within the amulet of the first night. Night emanation. There, that ties him into the amulet a bit more as well, mechanically. And we're back to needing to save some space. Crank this up to 20. Forgot about this. We can actually tweak his some of his stuff down a little bit because everyone's going to be frightened. It's gonna affect DCs too. Not the DCs of items, though. And I think fighters... A champion's going to be really helpful, being able to drop, fighters. I think this one affect the champion's bravery aura. Aura of courage, is it? Bravery. Let's see, that says reduce. Let's take a look at bravery. Reduce it. Okay, so now this overrides that, I believe. So everyone's going to be at -1 effectively anytime they're close to him. Means keeping a distance, and that's very powerful. Alright. So now his moderate AC doesn't seem so bad. Let's see. So he's really pushing a bunch of limits to anybody close to him. Let's see. So 43 is going to be optimized, meaning hey Super Cat, welcome back. Resistances. Light effect. There's a bright light. When light, he takes damage from light effect until the end of his next turn. This is regeneration as technology for. That's better. How have you been today, Eldritch? I've been okay. Feel a little better than yesterday. But I slept in too a little bit. So figure that probably did a bit of it. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, more or less, it's fine. Like, not a great day, not a bad day, which is generally better than most days. So it's decent. Decent. Yeah, decent's good enough. I agree. Interesting animation made within the animation. I will go ahead and 49. Which is more appropriate originally for level. 50 was like, this is thematically a nice number. It's super good at this, but especially if you're primarily going to be knocked down a peg anytime it matters, that's important. I don't mind lowering that 35 now. Except against daylight. I don't think it's until the beginning of his next turn. Oh no, okay. Oh yeah, we still put except against daylight because makes sense. He'll still take the big damage because this ends at the beginning of his turn. This happens at the beginning of his turn. We'll check on temporary hit points. These last until he enters an area of dim or brighter light. So he's got temp building on top of regen. It's an area of dim or brighter light. I mean, he'll max out at like 12 extra hit points. Let's see. Jaws plus whatever. Plus MD 12 void. Jaws deal more damage but have lower to hit. By only a little bit though. Okay, so it's strike attack bonus. 40 and 42. Oh, there is a 2 point difference. Okay. Plus 40. Plus 42. Unarmed. Wait. This goes, oops. Reach 5 feet. Unarmed. Void. Reach 5 feet. Unarmed void. Damage. Void. Usually have high, and then moderate can be extreme, but it's usually lowered. But we have agile, which drops at another, so we'll have high, moderate, and moderate extreme. Okay, 48 plus 17, I probably already did this. Any dice to my rescue. $4d8 plus 17 plus 1. D12. Calculate that. 41.5 average, which is moderate. Okay. So now we can aim at an extreme for Jaws. Because we have a moderate bonus. Or just go for high. We'll see. Right. So let's take high's average is 52. So let's start with raising those to D10s. And that gives us 45. Raise those to D12s. That gives us 49. 1d12 of void. Let's do 40-10 2d6. I got some new dice recently. I got a black set, but the more interesting one is the 2d20s. One blue and the other red. I picked them out because they reminded me of Disco Elysium, where you can find the dice maker that offers you to make cop dice. I haven't played Disco Elysium. I've heard it's really good, but it's also like a game that feels like it takes a little while to play, and I have a hard time with those games these days just because I don't have a lot of free time, it feels like. And plus 2d6 persistent lead. 4d10. Oops. 4d10. Piercing. 1d12 void plus 2d6 persistent lead damage. And that comes out to 52.5, which is on average half a point higher, but the claws are on average half a point lower at the same time. Pretty nasty. Oh, I know how we could. I'm pretty sure I can. Well, if we make it 1d12, does that drop the half point? It does. Plus 1d12 persistent lead. I used to collect a lot of dice. I still have a lot of dice. And I got a bunch of sets I really like. Nice to have a dice set referencing a TTRPG game I'm a fan of. It's like merch, but not actually. Yeah. Like, and especially with dice, you can do a lot of themes and stuff. It's just been a really long time since I could like go like, oh yeah, I'll get some dice. I forgot the money, space, and crap for that. Like I miss collecting dice, but it gets pricey pretty fast. TTRG adjacent, not teacher. Yeah, I knew what she meant. Let's see. I think Darnie's almost done. We need to lose like 6 lines. He's the ally of a cult or amber. So that against their synergy, but also enough spice to make combat up. Beans can also be a great source of information. Them knowledge. Yep. Okay. Full line. Impressive place. Prefers to isolate his prey. Group and singling anyone who's alive. Oh, I've been hoarding dice for a while without even using all of them in a game before. Craving for dice seems to have calmed down in recent days, though. Dice can get expensive, but I also like getting some of the cheaper options out there. The cop dice I mentioned only cost me 59 cents. Hey, that worked. Yeah, cheap dice are always good too. I used to get the big bags of dice, where it's just like, I think they were like $20, but it's like a pound of dice. And they were pretty sizable. I ended up giving tons and tons of dice away to like people I was playing with, just because I literally had like a bucket of dice. Excuse me. If we can get this to pop up, that'll actually be pretty decent. Let's do a little cheatery here. Save us a couple of pixels. I wouldn't dare give my dice away. Each one is precious and lovely, and they whisper into my ear. They talk. Like, I have an attachment to some of my dice, but a lot of my dice are just like, I have dice, yeah. So it was a mixed bag. Like, I have dice that I'm more attached to, and I have dice that I'm less attached to. And most of the dice that I'm less attached to came out of those pound of dice bags because they were just click-clack. Present. Testing along, but subtle. And use as you see fit. Any varied. You can just call that entirely. They may have some greater vampires to deal with. Are the beings that are reason with dwindle. This level player should primordial forces, the reasons those who first walk the world. We're afraid of the dark. The terror. Feeling of isolation. Dark answers should be a present feeling. Burning is turning closing on them, just as they are closing in on him. Hearing those to deal. Can we eke out that last little bit? That? No. other vampires and their own sort. Okay. Finally got that to pop over. And Dorini is close enough for now. I've gotta end stream. I have work today. I don't get a long day off or a half day off today. Oops, didn't mean to do that. All right, let us find somebody to raid. I will hydrate after we get raided off because I do not have something within reach. But thank you, Super Cat. I will make sure to drink some water. Category. Let's go raid the Gable Top. They're playing Age of Ashes. Bye bye. See you all another time. See you. Pop out raid browser. Oops. Raid now. The lag.